Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Gibran here from Realco Capital. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you have a great week ahead. So I'm going to talk about Furjan today, look back at the property market over the past few months, discuss price action specifically of various property types. So if you're a potential buyer or seller in this market, I think this will be very, very useful for you. Realco specializes in Furjan. We've been promoting this community heavily over the past year and a half. We've been calling it a real estate hotspot. We're transacting here regularly. We've sold more off-plan here in the last year than any other agency by far. So if you'd like to get more information about anything in this community, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. So yesterday in the Khalij Times, there was this article talking about fantastic Furjan, okay, and it says how vibrant community near Expo 2020 site is suddenly the new rage in town. So it's good to see some press coming in for Furjan, especially if you're an owner there. I mean, we're big believers in Furjan. We've been promoting this community for many years, right? We feel it's a real estate hotspot. We feel property prices here have been undervalued. We think they're still undervalued to a certain extent. And we actually put out content which is a bit more sophisticated than the Khalij Times article. So this is a report we recently distributed across Furjan. It's a 4-pager, so it talks about trends, price action, and there's hot properties for sale as well. So if you'd like a copy of this, if you didn't get one, please get in touch with us. Our number is here on the screen. And I'm not going to talk too much about Furjan's feasibility, right? I've covered a lot of that previously. So if you do subscribe to our channel and you look through our previous videos, you'll see we've got a lot of content on Al Furjan, but we also have a lot of content on other real estate hotspots, off-plan opportunities, macro trends. So please do consider subscribing to our channel. It really helps us with the algorithms. But in terms of Al Furjan, it is one of the few communities located off Sheikh Zayed Road. So it's a very prime location. It's close to the marina. It's close to a lot of business districts. So it's got an incredible feasibility. There's a metro station here, a lot of retail components. So a lot of things happening in Furjan. So I highly recommend you to watch a couple of the links that I'm going to put up here on the screen. But if you're looking at a map of Al Furjan, quite simply, we have apartments in this area here in blue. This area here in red has a lot of private development. So this is an area where people purchase land from Nakhil and have built individual villas or rows of townhouses or smaller communities. And then last year we saw a lot of off-plan activity. So these are the communities Nakhil launched last year: Muruj Al Furjan East, Muruj Al Furjan West, Jebel Ali Village, and now in the same area here they're launching Tilal Al Furjan, which are high-end villas located on a hill. This is launching in just 2 days. So if you'd like to get more information on that, the link is up here on the screen, or just get in touch with us. But the major activity in Al Furjan takes place in this area here in green. This is the Nakhil Villas and Townhouses. This was the first part of the community that was built back in 2012, 2013, and this is where the majority of transactions take place. So if you visit the Nakhil Villas and Townhouses, there's 3-bedroom townhouses, and there's 3, 4, 5, and 6-bedroom villas. And this is what they look like. There's 2 different styles. So there's a Mediterranean style, excuse me, that's called Kurtaj, and then there's an Arabic style, which is called Dubai style, right? And so if we look at the price action for Furjan, and we look at it from a historical perspective, and this is the price per square foot since 2011 up to now, and you can see that, between 2011, market shot up. This was the time that Furjan was handing over, and between 2011 and 2014, 2015, the peak of the market, prices shot up like 41% in like 3-4 years. So there's incredible movement there, but it was not sustainable, and then the overall market started to decline, and we saw a price decrease of 46%, right? So between 2014, 2015, all the way up to the pandemic lockdown, that's when we saw the lows. Prices fell 46%, and since then the rebound's been really strong, and then prices are up 32% again. So that's pretty volatile, but there's many reasons why Furjan prices actually fell more than the average of villas in Dubai, right? So every community in Dubai experienced that price decline, but Furjan's was more steep, and there's many reasons for that. Lack of infrastructure, area fell out of favor for many reasons, but a lot of that has been covered in my previous video. So again, I'm going to leave a couple of links here. There's a video I made titled what's driving Al Furjan's property market. This was published last year, so I think that'll help explain how infrastructure improvements, retail improvements, the schools opening up, the metro station, and a lot of other factors are in play that is helping Al Furjan once again become an area which is in favor with buyers in the market today. So that's the price action for all of Furjan. So let's do a deeper dive and look at the individual property types, right? So there's two types of townhouses on Furjan. There's a type A and a type B, right? So it's quite simple. The type A are units which have a living room upstairs. They're corner units. Type B townhouses are smaller. They're middle units. They have the same kind of plot sizes. So if you want to learn more about the individual property types, just get in touch with us. We'll guide you better. But in terms of the historical price action for this property type, we reached a peak of 2.7 million for a Type B, 3.1 million for a Type A back in 2014, 2015, and then as we can see with the prices declined. The low we experienced at the pandemic, 1.5 million for a Type B, 1.7 million for a Type A. There weren't that many transactions done at this level, but this was the absolute low. And then you can see from then, it's been like a strong rebound, almost 28% increase. A recent high for a Type A unit was 2.65. A couple of transactions took place last year at that level. For Type B, we saw prices as high as 2.3 million. Even recently, we saw a transaction at that level. But what we did experience for townhouses, especially over quarter 3, quarter 4 of last year, was once they hit this kind of level, we have seen a slowdown in inquiries and transactions, right? Also, there's not that much inventory in the market anyway. So, the market's kind of, for this property type, it's kind of steady, it's kind of slowed down. And in fact, we saw a slight price decrease over the second half of last year. So if you're looking at the townhouses in more detail, if you look at the legitimate number of listings on the market, there's not that many, right? So there's not many houses out there for sale. There's a total of 667 townhouses in Al Furjan in the Nakhil phase. Current listing range for the larger type, and the larger type is the one that's more popular, is around 2.4 to 2.65 million. This is the range. There are a lot of owners who are looking to sell for more, but we're not counting that at the moment. In the last 3 months, we've seen transactions between 2.4 to 2.5 million. The highest transaction in the past 12 months was 2.65 million. Currently, there's a couple of amazing deals available at around 2.4 million. The all-time highs were 3 to 3.2 million, and the major story of the past 6 months is how rental prices have increased. So right now, if you go to rent a townhouse, you're looking at anywhere between 140 to 150 for the large unit type, and even 130 to 140 for the smaller unit type. So that's a significant increase. At this time last year, these houses were renting for like 110 to 125,000. So that's an increase of around 15%. So then we have the 3-bedroom villas. So again, we're going to see this on every chart here where we a huge price decreases. So this is like 45% decrease from its peak. Prices for 3-bedroom villas reached 4.2 million. They're currently at an average price of 3.5 million. This has been one of the best performing property types of the past 6 months. Consistently transacted. We've seen transactions range from 3.1 up to 3.55 million. And if you go into detail of that, there's about 114 3-bedroom villas. There's only around 7 legitimate listings on the market today. There's probably 1 or 2 units which are around 3.3 million, not in the best of locations, but the typical price point, and there's like 4 or 5 very good properties on the market currently at between 3.5 to 3.6 million. The all-time highs was around 4.5 million, right? And current rentals prices are around 170 to 180,000. Last year at this time it was around 140, 150,000. So again, rental prices are increasing. So if you're looking at the 4-bedroom villa market in Al Furjan, these 4 bedrooms were launched off plan in 2014, 2015 and handed over in 2017, 2018. They were sold off plan for prices between 4.7, 4.8 million all the way up to 5.1 million, right? So by the time they were ready, the market already entered into a period of decline. Prices were around 3.7, 3.8 million by the time they were handed over. So already owners would purchase from the developer were underwater. Prices continued to decline all the way up to the pandemic, where we saw prices as low as 2.6, 2.7 million. Once the market reopened following the lockdown, Nakhil were sitting on about 15 to 20 villas, right? Their own inventory. They had a fire sale. They sold those villas for prices between 2.7 to 3 million. They were sold out rapidly, which reinforced the view that the market had strength again. And since then, the market shot up for the 4 bedrooms from 2.7 all the way up to 3.7, 3.8 million before leveling off. Late last year, we again saw an uptick in this market, right? And currently, transaction levels reach around 4.1 million. So I've drawn this box here, which indicates demand. So there is, there are a number of buyers, in the market currently looking to purchase anywhere between 3.8 up to 4.1 million. But the biggest challenge for transactions is the fact that most units are rented, not just for the 4-bedroom villas, but about all property types. And most of the buyers that are entering the market right now are looking to move in immediately or within 3 months. They don't want to wait, 6 months, a year, and they want clarity on vacating notices. So this is one of the reasons transaction levels have slowed down for the 4-bedroom villas. If you're looking at the chart here, there's 156 4-bedroom villas. We count around 6 to 7 legitimate listings. The current listing range would be between 3.9 million all the way up to 4.3 million. So the listing range is increasing. Do keep in mind again that almost every owner here has purchased between 4.7 to 5.1 million. So the number of motivated sellers is always limited. The highest transaction in the past 12 months is 4.1 million. All-time highs again 4.8 to 5.1 million. Rental prices have increased dramatically. A year ago it was around 160 to 175,000. Currently it's around 220,000 up to maybe even 240,000. So rental prices have gone up significantly. If you're looking at the 5-bedroom villa market, I believe this is one of the property types which has disappointed. These property prices had for 5-bedroom villas were as high as 5.5, even 6.5 million at peak, right? And then pandemic lows were around 3.2 million. Markets rebounded strongly for sure, but over the past 6 to 9 months, we feel like the number of transactions is very, very limited. Number of buyers entering the market for 5 bedrooms has also been limited, and that surprises me, right? Because the 5 bedrooms are actually incredible property types, very well proportioned. They're large houses. 5,400 to 5,500 square foot built-up areas. Plot size are standard around 6,500 square feet. And if you're a buyer and you're looking to be in this kind of location along Sheikh Zayed Road, and if you're comparing Furjan to communities like Jumeirah Park and Meadows, prices here are exceptionally undervalued. So you're looking at around 850 to 950 dirhams per square foot for 5-bedroom villas, whereas these other communities like Jumeirah Park, Meadows will have prices between 1,100 to around 1,700 dirhams per square foot. So if you're looking for value, these are some of the best villas you can buy. They are large houses, and if you'd like to get out and see them, please do get in touch with us. And so if you're looking at the 5-bedroom villa market, there's only 112 of them. There are about 12 legitimate listings on the market. There are a couple of incredible deals at the moment at as low as 4.1 million, but the typical rental listing range is between 4.5 to 5 million today. Highest transaction past 12 months, 4.4, 4.5 million actually. All-time highs 5.5 to 6.5 million. And again, rental values have rebounded strongly. They're around 230 to 260,000 right now. A year ago, they were around 210, maybe 220,000 at most. The 6-bedroom villa market is also very similar to 5-bedroom villa market. Currently, highest transaction done is around 5 million. The thing with the 6 bedrooms is there's not that many of them. There are only around 34 units in total. The legitimate listings in market maybe 3 or 4 units. Current listing ranges between 5.6 to 6 million. Highest transaction past 12 months is 5 million, but you won't find anything at this kind of price point. Now, the best price you probably get is around 5.5 million. The rental range is blank because there are no units available for rent, and there haven't been for a few months. So that's the summary of price action in Al Furjan. And if you want to learn more, like you want to get in touch with us and do viewings, you want to get into the community, you want to see floor plans, understand the community in much more detail, we're the best agency to get in touch with. Our number is here on the screen. You can feel free to call us or send us a WhatsApp, or you can email me. If you'd like to get a report, the copy of the report that we published on Al Furjan, again, just get in touch with us. We'll be happy to share that with you. And if you find the content that we're putting out useful, please do like this video and subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.